There we go. We're back. Oh, off to a good start. I hope that's not a prediction. Welcome, everybody, live here from the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. And I'm David Burrows and my friend and co-host, Connor Burke. We had a good time last night. We went down to Bad Dog Sarnia and watched an intense game of the Royal City Jockstraps and the Sting.
An old throwback.
Yeah,
for
it
the Guelph
is.
Storm.
Well, it was funny because we were watching it, and thanks to Bad Dog, they went out of their way to put it up on the TV for us, and then we watched it on our phone. Jason and Margot down there and the staff were really good to us. Yeah, we were watching it and was like, Royal City, I've never heard of that, right? And then you Googled it.
Quick Google search
Right.
tells us the Royal City named the city of Guelph, actually. So
Yeah.
that's why their nickname is the
Because
Royal
there's
City.
royal family attachment
Yeah.
there and stuff. Yeah. And what's really funny is people were asking, why that? Why that? Why that? And we're like, why don't you
Let me
just
Google that for
let me
you.
Google that for you. Right? I don't know. But it was interesting. I never heard of that. It threw me off when we
Yeah,
looked
that was
over.
super cool jerseys, too. They looked like the 67s with the barber pole striping on the whole
right.
uniform. I liked them a lot. The logo was rather humorous as well.
The logo or the mascot was walking around
Yeah.
there.
The Planters peanut guy.
Right. He was just missing his glasses and top hat. But it was cool, and congratulations to Sarnia Sting. Intensely, it went 3-3, right? And I was like, oh, please don't go to overtime. But they made it through.
A hard-fought win.
It was. And I think it was Fisher. Was it Fisher or who got the last goal?
Fisher had the last goal.
Had the last goal,
2
yeah.
points, actually.
Yeah. So congratulations to Sarnia Sting. It's just nerve-wracking when it's tied because we just don't do well in those overtimes, Connor.
They're nerve-wracking.
They really are.
And we've had a tough time on the road too, so just you love to get a win in someone else's barn.
Yeah, for sure. So we're back here now, and before we get into what we're going to talk about, we've got the Hockey Hall of Fame 2025 inductees that just happened. We'll come to that. We're going to go over to TikTok, Berkeley. Oh, thank you for the ticket, Connor. You the man.
Oh, right on.
Who's that, Nicholas?
That's Nick. That's Nick Maness.
Oh, yeah, okay. He's the man? Huh.
I guess. That's what they say.
It's not what he told me the other day. No, that's cool, right? And I know I've got some guests here today, too. Shout out to my friend Ryan and his friend, and my friends Jojo and Bob are here. I'm sure we'll see something from them online as well. So, been watching your lives. Hello. Oh, Karen Boyle Burke has been watching your live. Try saying hi to them. I think I just did.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
They're calling us out. Or TikTok's calling us right out.
They are. I got him home safe, Mom. He'd had enough of me after a couple hours. But
in 2 pieces.
Stayed long. Yeah, right. It was a good time, actually. We haven't hung out like that in a while, so it was good to.
Yeah, they were gracious hosts down there. Some
Yes.
great music too.
Yeah, Peyton Heward.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heward. She was playing there, and did a fabulous job for us. And everybody in the room was there till as soon as she was done, they started fading away a little bit.
Yeah.
So that means she kept them
She
there.
brought the whole vibe.
That's right. Did Sting win last night? Yes.
They
Overtime, 4-3. We were just talking about that. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. And so Connor's the man. Yep, 4-3. Okay, there we go. Pen and notice for view. I can't keep up with all of this. Okay.
I'll take some looks for you.
Yeah, you do that. I should have you sitting here because my eyes aren't as good as yours.
Oh yeah. Says the guy with the big glasses, right?
Yeah, right. You read better than I do. MJ Hockey, thank you so much for the follow. What am I trying to bring up here? Let's do this. And we want to talk about the Hockey Hall of Fame inductees. I got that backwards. Let's go like that. There we go. Dr. John Vargo, who is was with the Sarnia Sting for some time and is a chiropractor, and even Lee Cunningham said that he fixed Lee Cunningham up a couple of times over the years.
Well, that might have been a job on its own, right?
So congratulations to Dr. John Vargo. He couldn't be here, but they did give a great mention to him.
He's off in Mexico.
Probably. That's where I'd love to be. And then Jeff Harima, also here, and his wife, and their two little girls were running around. Actually, the one daughter was sitting on his lap during the ceremony.
Awesome.
And we were like, whatever. He was like, oh, so let her in there. Have fun. She's excited, and she wants to sit on Daddy's lap. That's
so awesome.
That's what little girls do, right? So he was fantastic. I talked to him for a little bit, met his wife, and just a really nice family. And he hadn't been back here in a long time. And so congratulations to him. And then I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to give a little extra special shout out to this next one. Patrick DeRoche, who was goalie for the Sarnia Sting. And actually, Patrick and Jeff played together. And Patrick was actually talking to Jeff, said, because I used to play in the old Brock Street barn, and he was talking about how small that ice is. And he said, you should go back there and check that out. So, sorry, I got the wrong guy up there again. Oh, that's a video. Let me just fix that up. Sorry, Pat. We want to give him the proper. There it is. He was like, and if you haven't seen it yet, I interviewed Pat a week and a half ago. It was out this past Monday, and you can go to my page, The Show with David Burrows, and watch that interview. I've gotten to know Pat over the last, 10 years, and then in the last few years we've really talked more, and he's been super helpful to me. I'm very grateful for him, and it was nice to see him inducted into this Hall of Fame. He had his three boys here that are grown in school, and their girlfriends, I think, and mom and dad were here, and of course his wife Jana were here as well. So Connor, it's just really cool to see these families here, and it's a big celebration tonight.
Yeah, these Sarnia legends. And it's cool to see them stay local, too. You play here, and now you're here doing the play-by-play. It's, like a Sarnia legend at this point.
Yeah, it truly is. I said that to Pat. I didn't say it in the interview because we had the pre-interview when I was talking to him, and he was like, oh, he's like a legend. I'm like, well, you are, but he doesn't like being called that.
I'm sure, yeah.
He's a humble guy. I get that. And Lee Cunningham in there handling the ceremony. That's a fantastic job. Shout out to him as well. And he even mentioned, how not just as a player, but, him and Patrick have become friends over the years. That's cool to see, too. You weren't able to get there, though, right? You didn't see any of it?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. So the ceremony is all online now. It just went live at about 10 after 6, but the video will be there. You can go to the Sarnia Sting Facebook, YouTube, my personal timeline, David Burrows, or the show with David Burrows, and the Video Show Network on Facebook as well. You can watch the replay and share it around. It's great to celebrate that. I know there will be something puck drop, like pre-game here, that they'll do on the ice. But did you, of course you know Pat, but did you know Jeff?
I not personally.
No, but I mean as a player.
I know of his career, for sure. Maybe not as much of a legend because he hasn't been around so much, but his career speaks for itself. He was a great player as well.
Yeah, awesome. So congratulations to everybody that got inducted. And Nick just followed. And Nick wants to know, how can one get into doing this? Oh, like what we do? Well, it's a good question. I started, I started 10 years ago. I just showed up one day and said, I want to do this thing. And they were like, okay, cool. And built a following. That's a long story, but just do whatever you're going to do, especially now with TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Just go live and just start doing it. I know there's Alex Fantasy. You can follow him on TikTok. And he does commentary for the London Knights and the Toronto Maple Leafs, but he can't show the game. We can't show you the game here. But he goes live and commentates the games on his TikTok. So just do that.
In other words, just kick down the front door.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to make you eat those words when it's coming soon, right? So, okay, let's get on. Enough of that. And hello in Facebook and YouTube land. Let's talk about that win over Guelph. I mean, they got off to a good start there, and then things sort of faded away. You were watching the same game I was. What did you think was happening out there?
I think, it seems to be the same issue every time. It's play so hard the first 40 minutes, and then you just take your foot off the gas. I don't know exactly what it may. Just it's a tough one to overcome.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams have the same problem. I'm sure it's a lot of stamina and cardio. Like, it might come down to that, but
they seem to be playing hard, though. Like, this team still has, I think, an opportunity to go to the playoffs this year if they keep rallying the way they have.
No, definitely. We're in a great position for that. It's just the last 20 minutes of a game, it always seems to be a nail-biter because maybe even just nerves. Maybe they have the cardio and the stamina. They're just they tense up so much because they know that they've, you develop a pattern and then you start to get nervous of it yourself without even knowing it. It just kind of seeps into the back of your mind like, oh, here we go. Here's the third period.
Right.
Like, how do we hang on and clutch for dear life?
Well, and it's kind of do or die time pretty much now, beyond halfway through the season. And now, they had a win over London. That was great. And then a loss to Windsor in overtime. Mm-hmm. There it was, right? And then would go to Owen Sound. Again, an overtime loss.
A shootout loss.
It was kind of funny. I think I told you the story how I spoke to Al Latang last week after Windsor. We didn't do the post game. They were getting on the bus and they were taking off and they were going to Owen Sound, so they canceled the post game. And then Al Latang come up and he goes, and I'm like, I'm already toward it. Anyway, I wished him luck and he was like, yeah, we should be doing good. And then I think, he was hoping obviously for more than just the 1 point, but points really, I don't want to say that, obviously they matter all season, but at this stage of the game, they really become crucial.
Yeah, it's so easy to look at the schedule and do the math of how many games are left, how many points you can progress in the standings, and how many teams you can jump. Every point does matter. It's nice to get one against a tough team like Windsor, and it sucks to lose one to a weaker team like Owen Sound, but you want to find the middle ground of that. It's still 2 points, but every single one you could have 2 more, and we could be that much further ahead in the standings. Because I think we're 7 behind Erie right now, and they're a struggling team. They're 4-6-0, and they're in their last 10, so they've had their struggles of their own. And a recent coach firing actually at such a random time in the middle of the season, halfway past the middle point.
Interesting, right? You're talking about Stan Butler?
I am talking about Stan Butler.
Yeah, and that's, I don't know, I don't want to go down any rabbit holes. There's a lot of, rumors and you can read whatever. You can make your own decisions. But, interesting that he's gone, like you said, beyond halfway through the season. So that could be advantageous here tonight. Like, who's filling in for?
We've got the interim coaches for Erie are Ken Peroff and Wes Wolf. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if they were already with the team before the firing, or if they were brought in to fill a gap. But
so there's a vibe that affects the team when something like that happens.
Definitely, when you're already in a playoff position, and it's like most times you're already out of the race when you fire a coach or there was some situation surrounding it, but it shakes it up. It shakes up the locker room. He could have been your leader there, or even just the line shakeups too. It's going to be a whole different. A whole different team, I think, and that's an opportunity for the Sting to take advantage of.
I was going to say, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, like
go for it. Window
kick them when they're down. When
opportunity.
you're drowning, people don't throw you a life preserver; they throw you an anchor.
Not in this game. Thanks to our friends, by the way, at Hughes Intelligence, Barry and his team. Thank you so much for being a sponsor and allowing us to do the live stream up here for you. So we're going to go over to TikTok. We got lots of, what do we got? Love watching OHL, especially. So I've always been interested in this side of it. You both do awesome. Thank you very much, Nick.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And we've got Drewbies out there watching. Personally, a North Bay guy, but when we play in Sting Nation, I love watching you guys make it fun. Oh, perfect.
I love North Bay jerseys.
Oh, yeah, cool. Dog food. Nobody uses real names. Dog food says go Sarnia.
They're all pseudonyms.
E. Hello, E. Let's go Sting. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate. Consider following, and there are some gifts out there that we're looking for. And if you're enjoying, tap the live. We have been as high as 62,000 likes, but we'll settle for 50,000. All right, guys, I'm heading out. Enjoy, and good luck to the Sting. Who was that? Where did it go? Oh, that's Nick. You're welcome.
Thanks for stopping in.
He says, go Ice Dogs. He says, what's the score? Well, it hasn't started yet. Thanks for the follow. What's the score? It's 0-0 for the Sting.
With 0 minutes into the first
With 0
period.
minutes into the first period. So, I mean, let's talk about this Sarnia Sting team. I mean, again, they won last night, so they're coming off excited, likely, motivated, and going, we can do this, we got this. But then you've got a bus ride home, and you've got time to talk. Do you actually get – we were talking about that last night at Bad Dog. It's like –
curious to know if they skated this morning.
Right.
Just with – you probably got home at around 12:30, 1 o'clock maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you're lucky. It was pretty
You're
slippery out there.
Back to the arena by that time, and then you get in your car and you go home. So, yeah.
A late night for sure.
You're right. So are they tired?
You'd hope not, but I'm sure that it plays a factor. That's why I was curious about the morning skate, because maybe they got their
Connor,
nice...
I was tired this morning after dropping you off at home at midnight.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And I didn't do anything except sit there and talk. So
yeah.
I can imagine now, mind you, I'm a wee bit older than these kids, but
they've got the unlimited energy.
I guess, right? But that all plays into the game, right?
It definitely does. But Erie played last night as well. They played in London. They lost,
right.
So that's a tough game too. It's not a far drive, but
especially against London, that's a tough.
I'm sure they were bumped around a little bit. Some big hits.
Right.
So yeah, you got no excuse if both teams played. I mean, it was a bit of a longer drive, but both teams played last night, so should have about the same energy levels, I would think.
Well, we'll see. I guess it's going to be an interesting game. It's pretty busy around here, actually. I don't know. You've probably have you checked already? I don't think we're quite sold out, but
we were checking the tickets last night, though, right? And it was pretty close. I think there was still maybe 70 or 80 down there, but like I said, that usually sell there during the day of.
Yeah. I haven't even told you this, what we're going to talk about. Of course, the hockey cards of the Sarnia Sting are out now. Are you a collector of those?
I haven't had any Sting ones. I have a lot of old Ovechkin cards.
Okay.
But I haven't dove into the Sting cards yet.
Right.
But there's an opportunity for everybody to get one rare Alessandro Diorio Young Guns card after the game, actually. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Gates 2 and 5 they're giving. So I think there's probably just enough for everybody in the arena. One free card, not ticket.
Cool.
Sorry.
They don't tell me that stuff, and I don't know. If you know something I don't. That's cool though that they're doing that. But here I'm going to one up you now. The hockey cards are ready, and I believe tomorrow on our broadcast we're going to have some hockey card packages. We're going to open them up live. Right
very cool.
And see what we get out of there, and then stay tuned for that. There'll be some more. I got to finalize the deal with Jake.
Very cool. Fingers crossed for a Karimov.
Yeah. So right. Oh yeah, right. So that's exciting for tomorrow. So
cool.
Congratulations again, everybody, to who's made it into the Hockey Hall of Fame here. If you haven't seen it, you should come early to a game and just walk around. They even have. I love that they have the board up there of NHL. Like players who've made it to the NHL at some point.
Yeah, that's a new addition this year. I thought that was great.
And they've even got the former commissioners banner up there, and they've done a really good job. Congratulations to Jake and everybody for doing that. And I want to give a shout out to Jay Peckham. Jay, former co-host up here, and he's had some health struggles the last year and a half kind of thing. And he had to go back into the hospital, but I did see that he's back home. So, Jay, we do think of you often, buddy, and hope you're doing well. And I don't know if that might even be him sitting over there. He doesn't miss too many hockey games.
It looks like it, maybe.
I think that's
awesome.
Over there.
That would be awesome.
So
to
that's
see him.
great if he's here. Nice. We're thinking about you, Jay. All right. Well, that's going to be it. We're going to stay live on TikTok. So if you want to come and follow us, there's where we're live right now, but make sure you give my friend Connor Burke a follow on his TikTok as well. He's got some fun stuff over there and a lot of hockey stuff. So thanks for that. And we're just a few minutes away from the Sarnia Sting coming out on the ice. They're setting up the Finch Ford Lincoln, what would you call that? The blow-up?
The blow-up B entrance?
The blow-up B entrance. They come out and skate through that and everything.
Another new addition, I like it.
And they're a great supporter. Fidgeford Lincoln, thank you for your support. So again, thanks to Hughes Intelligence Canada for giving us their support. We'll be back. Connor will join me on Facebook and YouTube when we continue our live for the first period intermission, but we're going to stay here live on TikTok, behind the scenes, play-by-play-ish. We're not that serious around here. We just really enjoy the Sarnia Sting, and that's while we're here. Anything
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's going to be. I'm sorry we can't show the game. I wish I could show the puck drop and the ceremony here, but
CHL TV and
CHL.
and your TV Sarnia.
And your TV Sarnia, and of course, play-by-play. You can see Lee Cunningham. He's got the arms going already over there.
Animated.
Right, and Sean Gladwich joining him tonight, so Pat DeRoche can enjoy the night off for being into the Hockey Hall of Fame. That's it for all of us right now. We'll be back for first period intermission. Until then, I'm David Burrows and my dearly good friend Connor Burke. 1, 2, 3, go Sting, go!